The betrayal of Judas. Jesus taught many people, healed them, and preached the gospel. It is said that not only people living all over Israel, but also from other countries came to see Jesus. However, not everyone who came to see Jesus and followed him became his disciples. Only those whom Jesus called became his disciples. If you read the New Testament, you can see how Jesus' disciples would say, "I am Jesus' apostle so-and-so," when they wrote letters to various churches. That's how proud they were to be Jesus' disciples. But there were some embarrassing moments, even for such disciples. Jesus told his disciples that he would be handed over, suffered, be killed, and resurrected. But his disciples did not listen to him. So, when the time came, none of the disciples were by Jesus' side. The most heartbreaking story among them is the story about Judas Iscariot. Judas seems to have been Jesus' favorite. As the disciples who were called by Jesus followed him and lived with him, Judas was in charge of everything, including money. Jesus had entrusted money to the most reliable disciple. But Judas betrayed Jesus. John chapter 18 tells us that when the army, the priests, and Pharisees came to arrest Jesus, Judas handed Jesus over to them. Judas Iscariot was on the same side with the priests and the soldiers. Other disciples betrayed Jesus too. They all ran away. In the courtyard at the great priest's house, Peter even denied that he didn't know Jesus several times. However, after Jesus resurrected from death, he went to his disciples. The disciples met Jesus and stood by him again. But there is no mention of Judas Iscariot in the story. In other parts of the Bible, it tells us that Judas ended up taking his own life after handing Jesus over. There are no more stories about Judas in the Bible, so sadly, Judas' story ends like that, unable to stand next to Jesus again, but standing on the other side from him. Jesus' disciples made a mistake and fell, but they found out that Jesus forgives them and that he loves us until the end, and that they can stand on Jesus' side again. We also can fall down and become frustrated, but we must always remember that Jesus never gives up on us and to stand by him at all times.